New comments from the Trump administration are sending mixed messages on how long military action is expected in Iran. President Trump says fighting will end soon, but won't wrap up this week. The longer the war goes on, the more volatile the oil market and the more Americans will have to pay at the pump. NBC's Gary Grumbaugh has details.
With the onslaught of strikes in Iran's capital city, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says more is on the way.
Today will be, yet again, our most intense day of strikes inside Iran. The most fighters, the most bombers, the most strikes.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff touting the military's success.
To date, they've struck more than 5,000 targets.
We're making substantial progress towards destroying the Navy.
The progress report comes after some mixed messaging from the administration on how long the war could last.
And it's going to be ended soon.
You'll see it's going to be a short-term excursion.
We could go further, and we're going to go further.
This is only just the beginning.
Today, the secretary not giving a timeline on when the war could end.
The president gets to determine the end state of those objectives.
The administration facing questions over whether U.S. munitions struck an Iranian elementary school on the first day of the war. New video shows what experts say is an American Tomahawk missile hitting an Iranian military compound next to the school. More than 170 people, including many children, died. The administration says they're investigating. Initially, the president said without evidence that Iran had Tomahawk missiles. But experts say only the U.S. is using Tomahawks in the war.
The investigation continues, and as the president said yesterday at his press conference, he will accept the conclusion of that investigation, whatever it may be.
Many of the strikes are targeting oil fields and refineries throughout the Middle East. Iran says it will block exports of oil if the U.S. and Israel continue the attacks. The administration firing back.
If they do anything to stop the flow of oil or goods within the Strait of Hormuz, they will be hit by the world's most powerful military 20 times harder than they have been hit thus far.
The Pentagon says more than 140 U.S. service members have been wounded over the past 10 days during Operation Epic Fury in the Middle East. 8 members are severely injured. NBC News has learned 108 of those service members have already returned to duty. Gary Grumbach, NBC News, Washington.
Well, Kentucky native Sergeant Benjamin Pennington is the latest death to report out of the conflict in the Middle East. Sergeant Pennington was honored in his hometown in Hardin County this morning, where neighbors gathered to remember his kindness. One of Pennington's former teachers said he was someone who could do it all, calling him the Swiss Army knife of students and the type of guy who set the gold standard when it comes to character.
Ben Pennington, as far as I'm concerned, has always been an American hero. From the point I first met him, everything that he did the way that I would be proud of.
Leaders with the Hardin County School District said Pennington represented the very best of our community, state, and nation. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear called the sergeant a hero who sacrificed everything serving our country.